Okay, what a script by the NFL so far. The Packers season came to an end last night, losing to the 49ers in a close game, down to the wire game. But my question is, what's next for the Packers? What's next for Jordan Love? Is he the next Aaron Rodgers? Is he the next Brett Favre? Is he the next Packer Hall of Fame quarterback? Let's go through it and see if we can come up with an answer.
Early in the morning, late at night. It don't even matter what time it is.
This goes to show how much a coach means something to a player. By the way, check out my RG3 video on Jay Gruden. Link in description. But for example, Mike Tomlin, Big Ben, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, even the old days, Steve Young, Troy Aikman, Joe Montana, all had elite coaches. And well, to be honest with you, I really think that's what Matt LaFleur is. I think he's an elite coach. The way he just schemed guys open and just his defense and just how he game plans against his elite teams, the elite quarterbacks, the elite defenses is just crazy to me. And he just makes Jordan Love's job so much easier. And to be honest, he's one of the most underrated coaches in the league so far. He has a 67% percentage since becoming the Packers head coach in 2019. Even though he had Aaron Rodgers, take it how you take it for real. I'm not really sure. Take it how you take it. Even though Jordan Love has a elite coach, you got to give him his flowers, bro. You got to give him his flowers. You got to. You can't forget for real, Aaron Rodgers was struggling with the same team a year ago. Yeah, I know this team had injuries. I know it's a different team, kind of, but it feels better for the narrative, so let's just say it, for real. But for real, you just can't forget how he performed all year long, even at the biggest stages of the year. From the game to get them in the playoffs to balling in the playoffs against the Cowboys to the second round against the 49ers. He's been balling, proving people wrong all year. My expectation for Love is for him to keep getting better every year. Not just get better, start to dominate opposing defenses and compete with the Lions for the first seed in the division for years to come. But I'll tell y'all, the NFC North is getting interesting. It's getting really interesting. The Vikings is going to start building, hopefully correct, around Justin Jefferson. Wondering what the Bears going to do in the offseason. Keep Justin Fields, get Caleb Williams. I'm going to make a video on what they should do later on. But to be honest, I think it's a win-win. They get better either way. And the Lions, who look dominant already, is about to start competing for Super Bowls. For real. They was competing for a Super Bowl yesterday. They lost to the 49ers, but it was a good game. And now the Packers. Who's gonna make it the video though? The building correctly around Jordan Love. Hopefully, get more weapons for him. Aaron Jones was like a monster. Probably the most underrated running back in the league. He's high up there, underrated. He's up there. My thoughts on the Packers this year, to be honest, I didn't have too high hopes on the Packers this year. I thought the division was going to be very competitive, so I thought it was going to be battling all year with the Lions and the Bears and the Vikings. I thought Justin Fields, Justin Jefferson, Lions, they're all in this division. I thought it was going to be a hard division. But after Justin Fields went down, I know it was between the Lions and the Packers, so it came down to the last game for the Packers. They had a real shot to miss the playoffs, so but Jordan Love stepped up and he punched their ticket into the playoffs. He even made it out the first round, to my shocking. Okay, my thoughts on Jordan Love playoff performance. I think he played elite. Yeah, he played elite. He played elite. He was really elite. He made some throws a young quarterback shouldn't be able to make, like a lot of throws. Bro, I swear, it was this corner route against the 49ers, bro. The ball was on a string. I actually think he had a perfect QBR against the Cowboys, or like close to it. Yeah, that's crazy. If you didn't hear me, a perfect quarterback rating, a perfect quarterback rating against the Cowboys. Okay, you know we got to get into it. The final drive against the 49ers. First off, I think the coach should have called a timeout instead of believing in his defense so much. But to be honest, I really can't say I do no different if I was in this position, to be honest. The kicker was no help missing a field goal. That would have had the game tied instead of them fighting to get the game tied. So at the beginning of the last drive, I had high hope for him. He got a good completion in the first play, yes, and then used their timeout across the middle. To be honest, he ran out a clean pocket. I get he's a young quarterback, but he ran out a clean pocket and threw a no-look cross-body pass across the opposite side of the field. And they got intercepted, of course, and sealed the game for the 49ers. I know that's a play. I know it's a pass. Everything that he wish he just had back. Like, he could just redo it. But for us, just make this the reason. Make this the story. Make this why you want to work so hard. You want to get back to this point and not make that mistake again. Just make this the reason, to be honest. Use this as fire to push you forward next season. But if I'm a Packer fan, young quarterback makes mistakes. It's part of the game. I'm living with the way the season ended. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm actually proud that they made it this far into the second round because sure enough was not supposed to. Just use this as a learning experience. You got to learn to get through stuff. Like, to be honest, I'd rather my quarterback in general, just make this mistake when he's young instead of in his prime at 30 years old, 32. Like, just get this out your way. You don't be no Derek Carr. Just learn to play another down. There's more game left. You didn't have to throw that. It's cool. Just learn from it. Hey, they might got another Hall of Fame quarterback. So let's compare the first seasons from Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. So Brett Favre made the Pro Bowl in 1992, which actually was his first year as a starting Packers quarterback. He played all 16 games. He had a 64% completion percentage. He had 3,000 yards, 18 TDs, and 13 interceptions. Was 9-7, which was not good enough to make them make the playoffs. So they missed the playoffs his first year. And the Packers offense that year was basically ranked average. I think it was 15th when I looked at it. It was 15th. It was basically average right in the middle of all the teams that year. Now, the first season from Aaron Rodgers had 4,000 yards, 28 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. Before that year, Aaron Rodgers was starting. He was 13-3, and when Aaron Rodgers took over, they were 6-10, and they missed the playoffs. They had the 8th pass offense in the league and the 17th rushing offense in the league. So, I mean, it wasn't. It was. I mean, as for Aaron Rodgers, it was decent. Brett Favre, I liked it. It made the Pro Bowl. Who was a top quarterback his first year coming in, starting. But Aaron Rodgers is nothing to write home about for now first season for Jordan Love, who also had 4,000 yards, 32 touchdown passes, 11 interceptions, and completing on 64% on his passes. And had the 11th ranked offense that year, which is this year. I don't know what I said that year. It was this year. Well, this year, I think he's ranked. I think he's anywhere from top. He's top 10. I think he's 9 to 12. He's top 15. He's anywhere from 9 to 12. He's in that Tua, Jalen Hurts. I don't. I think Kyler Murray is better than him. But the only quarterback I think that's battling him is Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Matthew Stafford, Dak Prescott. After that, I think he has a chance. Lamar Jackson too. After that, I think he has a chance to be better than any. Oh, CJ Stroud, my bad. But after that, I think he has a chance to be better than any of those quarterbacks that I didn't name. I mean, I don't. Yeah, he could be better than Tua, Jalen Hurts. Yeah, yeah. Not Kyler Murray though. I think Kyler Murray clears him as a quarterback, but that could just be how good I think Kyler Murray is. I expect the Packers after this year really to make the playoffs every year. I don't think there's no chance, like no reason they should miss the playoffs unless Jordan Love is injured. For I think their teams should improve, the defense should get better. Jair is getting older, so that's something to look about. Probably build your defense up a little bit more. Your offense going to protect Jordan Love, but get more weapons. I like Christian Watson, but you should get better every year. Now the question that everybody been waiting for. Do I think Jordan Love is a Hall of Famer? My question, to be honest, truthfully, no, I do not. But I think he's going to be a very good quarterback. A top 10 quarterback for most of his career. I think he's going to be a very good quarterback. But Hall of Famer? Nah.